Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arvan Yunesa. I'm from K4-19 and my name is 190183131. Today I'm gonna talk about three articles that I found in online website, and the first one that I'm gonna explain is about listening strategies employed by non-English department students. Okay, let's start with the abstract. Language learning strategy is one of the influence aspect for student success in learning a language. Basically, language learning strategies are closely related to student checking language related department. However, students from non-English department also have the indication of using the strategies since English is one of the subject taught in the curriculum. Thus, this study aims to identify what strategies are used by non-English department students in listening class and describe to how the use of strategies influence student listening achievement. This study is a qualitative descriptive study with a second semester student from governmental science department as the research subject. A questionnaire, observation, and documentation are used to collect the data. Language learning strategy is one of the influence uh, aspect for student success in learning a language. Basically, language learning strategies are closely related to student taking language related department. However, students from non-English department also have the indication of using uh, the strategies since English is one of the subject taught in the curriculum. Thus, this study and use of the information and to increase the self-confidence. Learning strategies are one of many variables that determine the student's success in learning. A new language learning strategies can determine student success because the use of it is considered as the particular action, behavior, steps, or technique that are used to assist them to deal with the difficulties of language tasks. The aim for this is to identify what strategies are used by non-English department students in listening class. Second, describe to how the use of strategies influence student listening achievement. This study is a qualitative descriptive study with second semester students from governmental science department as the research subject. A questionnaire, observation, and documentation are used to collect the data after analyze the data. It was found that some strategies are used by non-English department students in their listening subject, namely memory strategies, cognitive strategies, compensation strategies, metacognitive strategies, affective strategies, and social strategies. Moreover, the student use those strategies in moderate level. Thus, a comparison between the level of strategies used and student listening score is made to describe to what extent the use of strategies influence student achievement. Now we move to the second article that I found in online website, and the article is about the implementation of digital storytelling using discovery learning in FDL listening class, middle school student and teacher voice. Digital storytelling is an alternative medium for teaching listening skill This case study investigates student and the teacher voice of the implementation of digital storytelling using discovery learning. An in-depth interview, classroom observation, and open-ended questionnaire were applied to explore the implementation of digital storytelling using discovery learning. This study aimed to draw the FBL teacher and student voice using digital storytelling to improve student listening abilities. The FBL teacher and student perceived the digital storytelling media could enhance listening instruction. Further, the student also perceived the digital storytelling could enhance their creativity, comprehension, and listening ability. Therefore, it is suggested for FBL teachers to utilize digital storytelling in their listening class. Since listening requires actual context instruction, digital storytelling fulfill this requirement. However, the study is not without its limitation. The study is limited to the small sample size. Therefore, the generalizability should be given consciously. Sometimes eval teacher and student did not show their natural practice. Eval teacher and student, as a result, it is suggested that the further researchers examine this topic using a more in-depth longitudinal study to draw how digital storytelling provide learning transfer for eval students. Now we move to the last article that I find, and is about a scoping study of snapshot teaching framework. This study found 13 studies published in 2016-2020. 5 of them were identified as empirical studies. There are one study in 2016, one in 2017, and one in 2018, and two in 2019. Additionally, the findings indicate possibly that the empirical studies have covered the tenets of the dogma ALT. They are emergent language, conversation driven, and material like. Furthermore, the second focus of this study was teachers and student perspective toward the Dodge Me ALT activities. And the finding also display that both teachers and students mostly hold a positive view. Despite the positive view of both teacher and student, this study implicates that teachers have to strongly pay attention to how they will carry out those LTM activities. Concerning the student provincially level and assigning the groups, the third focus was to the proposed framework in 3 stages. Since no studies have found applied the snapshot activity and the small numbers of empirical studies, these studies proposed that snapshot teaching framework that consists of 3 stages: hunting time, performing, and concluding. To sum up, Dodge ALTA provides good opportunities for education practitioners to apply this approach in their setting. Okay, that's all from me. And the relation between all of these article is the first article talk about listening classroom, and they're using the implementation to improve student listening skill, because listening skill is very important for non-English student, and also an English student. And the second article, the correlation is still talk about listening, but it's talk about listening in FPL student. So the difference is that listening in FPL student is a very compact way to understand due to the rapid evolution of technologies. Teachers are expected to integrate technology into the classroom to engage students consider digital native. So they use digital technologies such as storytelling or anything, for example, digital storytelling for the student to listen to the audio. And for the last one is uh, scoping study of snapshot teaching framework. And in this article, we can find that a lot of students has already concerning that the student provincial level and assigning the group also impact the student in every stages. And as the first research focus was together and describe the empirical produce of the Dutch LTA application. In this study of snapshot framework, found 13 student studies published in 2016-2020. 5 of them were identified as empirical studies. There are one study in 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2 in 2019. Despite the positive, despite of the positive impact, there's still a lot of negative impact in snapshot framework. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.